clients and friends. Mike Brady here with Generosity Wealth Management, a comprehensive, full-service financial services firm headquartered here in Boulder, Colorado. Today, I'm recording this right before Thanksgiving. Not sure when you're going to get the newsletter as I write the rest of it and add in this video. But it's been going really well from an investment point of view. The unmanaged stock market index is really on a tear. I think that it's important for us to remember that from a market point of view, it is normal for the unmanaged stock market indexes to have a double-digit decline that happened earlier this year. Who knows how the rest of the year is going to turn out, but I am always keeping clients focused on what's your time duration and make sure that it matches up with what your goals are. Because frankly, the investment management part of what I do feels like the simplest part, which is where do you want to go? Which tool in the toolbox helps you get to what your financial goals are? What's your time horizon? And can you keep control of your emotions? Because frankly, that's it. And of course, avoid stupid stuff, okay? And, I did plans for people 20, 30 years ago, and some met their goals and some didn't. And it usually had nothing to do with investment A or investment B, but it did have to do with some of the, the abstract, some of the satellites around that core of having good investments, which is you got excited about your brother-in-law's Chihuahua farm, or you did some other investment that sounded great at the time, but really didn't help you achieve your goals. Or it was that you simply didn't save enough, or you had some other the unfortunate incident happening in your life, unable to work, your loss of your spouse, things of that nature. And so that's why I really want to keep all those things in mind. Today, though, I wanted to pivot towards, from the investments, which is just going great this year. And I'm hoping that, 2025 ends in as good of a situation that it is right now here in November. But I want to talk about, some of the things that have been going on from a seminar point of view. I just spoke in Las Vegas recently, which was great. And in my newsletter, I'll talk a little bit about that. But I was talking about how I use my note taker AI to really help me be efficient and be present in every client meeting. I've had clients for 20 years, 30 years, and of course, I'm always bringing on new clients as well. So thank you to those of you who continue to refer your friends and family and acquaintances to me so that I can help them out. But the reason why I use my AI note taker is it hears things that I might have missed. It really helps me be present in the meeting when you and I are talking so that I can hear what is the problem, what the issue is, what your emotions are, so that I can then, of course, come back with the best recommendations for you. So I was honored to be a part of that panel there in Las Vegas, talking about how I believe AI is going to revolutionize the relationship that advisors like me can have with our clients, can go even deeper and really understand where you want to go so that we can come with the solutions in order to get there. I was also recently in Austin, Texas at an Ed Slot Elite Advisors Seminar, and that was training for me. Most people's single biggest expense, biggest expense outside of all the others are taxes. Most people's single biggest asset outside of their house is their retirement account. So I have to be an expert in everything retirement accounts, and I have to be an expert in taxes, even though I'm not a CPA, okay? I'm not going to do your taxes, but I work at a high level with your tax planner. Now, here's one thing I like to tell people is, do you have a tax preparer or do you have a tax planner? A tax preparer costs you money. That person is a historian. They take your this box on that line and provide very little proactive guidance to you. A tax planner helps save you money. All right. They are working with you during the year on that year, and they are proactively giving you advice. They're in the wealth maximization business, like I am, not necessarily the tax minimization business. And I think that that's a really key distinction, in that they are there to sometimes say, hey, maybe we pay a little bit more taxes this year, but over your lifetime or over multiple years, this is in your best interest. You'll actually be wealthier in the long run if we pay a little bit more taxes right now, which kind of leads to my next conversation, which is, you know, satisfaction. It's in, gratification, delayed gratification. There's this old study that was the marshmallow, where they had a bunch of kids, who are 6 years old, and they brought them into a room and put a marshmallow in front of them and said, you can have the marshmallow now, but I'm going to be back in 6 or 7 minutes. And if you wait that long, I'll give you another marshmallow. So all they had to do was delay their gratification for a few minutes, and they would get twice the reward. Those kids that were able to delay their gratification, they tracked throughout their life versus the control group of those that needed instant gratification. And they found that those that delayed their gratification had more satisfaction in their life, more satisfaction in their career, were married longer, a higher income, higher net worth. I mean, all of the things that we want in our lives, they were able to do it because they were in control of their emotions and delay the gratification. One of the things I talk with clients about all the time is what's right for you. Is it a Roth IRA, a Roth 401k, where you pay the taxes now but delay the gratification for the tax-free income all along the way and the tax-free withdrawals? Or do you want that instant hit right now, which is a tax saving today? It's really, it's an individual choice. We have to individually do the math, but this is something I want to work with you on. And I want to work with your CPAs, because this is what my ask is of you is, I want to grow my business. I want to help your friends and family and acquaintances. And one of the value adds that I bring is that I really listen to you. I use the AI in order to find out, to help my notes, okay, the boring part, so that I can truly be present and hear what you want to do and match up those investments. But here's the value add. I'm going to really look at what your assets are and position them accordingly and be an expert in them. Like I said, that's why I'm continually traveling to go to seminars to be the absolute expert in your biggest types of assets, but then also work with your CPA for your biggest expense, which is your taxes. And so that's an identifiable expense that we can manage and we can control and hopefully minimize over multiple years and over your lifetime, then you're going to be better off. I mean, that's what I want to do with clients. And of course, with that extra money, with that extra asset, what do you do with it? Then that's where the generosity comes in, so that you can be generous with yourself. You can learn to be generous with yourself. You can learn to be generous with your family. If you're generous with yourself and with your family, and if you choose, if you believe that it's in your best interest and in the community's best interest, then you can be generous with your community, both local and global. So that's really what I'm about, and that's why I'm saying to you, I want to be that trusted advisor. If we keep some of these key things in mind, then I believe that you're better off, the community is better off, your family is better off, if we keep some of these fundamentals in check. So that being said, Michael Brady, Generosity Wealth Management, 303-747-6455. You have a wonderful rest of the year. You'll hear from me again in January as I recap what happened in 2025. And of course, as we look forward to 2026. Thank you.